Hi, just a quick follow-up video to the previous one on the BM786 multimeter switch issue. EV Blog Forum member Fungus actually pointed out something and he saw on the switch down in here, so let's take a squiz at it, shall we? Here we go. Now, by the way, quite a few people pointed out this down here. Now this is not a big chunk taken out. I believe that's the best zoom I can get actually. That looks like a scratch. That's not a problem because A, it's not in the ohms position, right? Here's the ohms switch position here, which coincidentally lines up with the thing we're about to see. But yeah, it's not only is it not in that position, but also a trace of that width is not going to crack. That's, you know, that's not a thing. You would have to gouge that out, would be incredibly hard to do. In fact, I need to have a meter permanently here on the bench. Move meters so much around here that, okay, let's buzz this sucker out. And I'll show you. See? That is just fine and dandy. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, yes, so A, you're not going to get a crack that big on such a, well, sorry, you're not going to get a crack like that on a trace as wide as that. It's just not going to happen. And B, it's not in the right switch position. And C, it doesn't explain why when we transferred the switch over to the other meter that we kind of still got the fault over on the other meter. Now, Fungus pointed out this down here, which is obvious with hindsight. You get it in the right light, you get it in the wrong light. Like my eyes here looking at it, at some angles of light, I can't see that at all. But yeah, look, and it's in the ohms switch position. So, aha, look at that. There it is. Ohms. Let's try that. There you go. Ohms switch position. Go through the center. Bam. It's almost precisely, assuming that it lines up like with that text there maybe. It's pretty darn close. It's pretty darn close. So there's something in there. So let's go in and have a good look. So thank you very much, Fungus, for pointing that out. Now, isn't that interesting? Let's get it in different light. It looks like a big chunk, either a chunk taken out, or because we've got all black stuff on the board here, perhaps it is something that got squished under there. So I'm now going to get in there and no, that feels, I can feel that. Let me get my knife. Always got my knife in my pocket. Victorinox Mini Champ, by the way, if you want to know, there it is, the Mini Champ. That's my, if you want to know my everyday carry, there it is. Mini Champ, absolutely fantastic. Got a few of them. Anyway, let's go right in there. And with a nice metal blade, I'll be able to get field vision on that. Yeah, yeah. I can feel that's actually a chunk. Yeah, that's a chunk taken out. Chunk taken out of the trace, and is that... It's probably fiberglass under there. Yeah, yeah. That's a chunk taken out. There you go. I think that is it. Still doesn't explain, though, why the fault sort of transferred over to the other meter, although it was quite difficult to get on this other meter. So maybe there's still some gunk or something on that contact. So maybe, if I should have cleaned the contacts before I put it back in. So yeah, I should have done that. That was a bit of a fail, but anyway, so just to make sure, let's get in there with some isopropyl and get the old scrubber brush. One of these hard bristle conductive brushes. One of these are specifically designed for PCBs, and they work wonders, by the way. Yeah, that's, you can see. You can really see the hole now, I think. that cleaned it up? Yep. Yep, there you go. Yeah, there's actually, it looks like, because that looks like a fold, almost looks like a chunk taken out of the trace, doesn't it? But it's actually, field vision tells me no, that actually dips down. That's not actually this bit folded back over. So, yeah, there you go. I reckon that's it. I reckon that's it. Fungus spotted it. Somebody on the forum or in the comments always spots it. And, yeah, I reckon that's it. I mean, it's you know, it's not uncommon to see those black wear marks in there like that. So that's not a problem, but yeah, given that is directly in the ohms position and it's smack in the center of the trace where you'd expect, or the contact, where you'd expect the little spring contact, because it's only a single dimple. It's only a single dimple contact. If you had a dual dimple contact design, you probably wouldn't have seen this issue. So yeah, I reckon that's it. I reckon that's it, because there's nothing really, nothing else. Yeah, quite a few people mentioned you know, it could be a via cracked or something like that. Could certainly be, and the switch is actually a red herring, and it's when you put pressure on the switch, that actually puts pressure on the PCB, and you got a little micro crack in a trace or a via. Vias are not uncommon to get cracks in them, and yeah, that could ruin your day. That could explain it, but once again, doesn't explain why it transferred over to the other meter. But that could be just Murphy biting us in the bum, like it had a bit of gunk on there. Maybe that's what's you know, causing some of this wiper dipe. Although that's pretty hard stuff, so not sure about the deal there. But yeah, no, that's not just gunk. That's wear. So I don't know how many times they cycle this at the factory, and or how many times the user cycled it. I would imagine quite a few times trying to solve this problem. So yeah, and probably quite hard as well, trying to solve an issue like this. But apart from that, yeah, the gold looks pretty groovy, doesn't it? Yeah, that looks good. I reckon that's it. I reckon that's it. There you go, just dodgy contact. How do you fix that? You know, you can fill it. You can put some conductive, you can get PCB repair tape. You can get copper repair tape and stuff like that. But then it's not going to sit flat, and it'd probably cause more problems than not. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. Can you get like little? I don't think you can. I don't know. Like nothing long term. You could repair it so it works, but like long term, I don't know how you're gonna do that. Yeah, you can get copper tape. I've got some of that somewhere. Copper adhesive tape. But then again, like you'd have to like dig out the existing trace or something maybe, and I don't know, like, yeah. And then you've got to, and then it's got to make continuous contact, of course. So it's adhesive stuff, and you can stick it down, but then you've got to solder to it, and you know you've got to join the traces up. So yeah, I don't know. That's not pretty. Has anyone got any ideas about repairing a PCB trace? So yep, I reckon that's it. And yeah, at this angle here, looking down, I can't see that with my eye. Can't see it. Can't see it. It's only if I get it at the right angle. Yeah, there we go. Now I can see it. Now it sticks out. I've got it at the right angle. So yep, that's tricky. There you go. I reckon that's it. Thank you very much, Fungus, for pointing that out. And that is quite possibly the thing. And once again, I'll probably just take this one apart and just clean the contacts or something like that, and see if I mean, this one still works okay-ish. Just does seem to have that issue transported over. So maybe some damage was done to the contact, possibly by that. You know, they're usually fairly robust. See, I can't get that to do it now. Can't get it to do it. Bastard. Yeah, can't get it to do it. I think, you know, just cycle it a few times and Bob's your uncle, right? I think it's... Yeah, I can't get it. I can't get it. Nah. See, so that's probably fine now. It was just, yeah, maybe it just had some gunk on it. And as I said, like, switches are usually fairly self-wiping. So, you know, if you have any switch issues, give them a few rotations like that, and you can really get the gunk off. But, you know, if you're having issues, I recommend taking your meter apart, having a clean of the contacts, get some isopropyl in there, nice PCB cleaning brush or something like that, give it a bit of a scrub. But, yeah, that was right on the point. So, how did that happen? Like it's not an arc overload or anything. There's nothing like, you know, and it's in ohms range. Like you'd never get high enough current passing through the input protection resistors here and the PTCs to cause some sort of ridiculous, you know, arcing of like across that contact. It's just not possible. So. Yeah, I don't see how it's possible anyway. So yeah, that is fascinating. Just happens to be right at the ohms position. That can't be a coincidence. It's got to be it. It's got to be it. Anyway, there you go. Catch you next time.